It's like a sunrise warming us up, and spending all your time lifting me up. All of the things I've been worrying seem to be disappearing now, reminding me what days should be made of. Sunshine, betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. Night drives, cruising on the highlights, spending all of my time kicking with you.
Record this video. Thank you.
We're on a coaster, we're on a cloud. Hands in the stars, we're beautiful now. All of the plans I've been making seem to be figuring themselves out. Letting them go, look at all we found. Sunshine, betting on a good time. I've been chasing butterflies all afternoon. Night drives, cruising on the highlights, spending all of my time kicking with you.
Chris and Nina, you've already been united as one in your hearts. Today, we complete in public the legal joining of your eternal souls. Nina and Chris have a strong bond and the type of love that many people dream of. They are each other's best friends and number one companions.
As husband and wife, I know that we'll be able to accomplish anything and overcome any challenges that stand in our way. No obstacles will be too great. I waited my entire life to find someone like you, and I can't think of anyone I'd rather spend the rest of my life with. I'm looking forward to all of our adventures together and the family that we will create. I will love you forever and ever, through the good times and the bad, in sickness and in health, for as long as we both shall live.
You're my partner, my lover, and my very best friend. My heart beats for you. I'm so lucky to be the one that gets to have your heart forever. And I promise to love you, support you, challenge you, and always stand by your side as we enter this next chapter. As we continue to grow in our lives together, I promise to pick you up if you are down, to love you unconditionally, to care for you and our families for as long as we live, to adventure with you always, to say I love you before falling asleep each night, to be the best mom I can be as we grow our family together, and to always know in the deepest part of my soul that when challenges arise, we will always find our way back to one another. From this day forward, you will never walk alone. I love you endlessly.
May your love be a lifelong source of excitement, contentment, and full of affection. Respect with never-ending devotion to one another. Bless you both. And with that, by the power vested in me in the Church of California, it is my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. You may seal your vow with a kiss.
Waiting on the edge of this moment, holding out for something golden. Found a light on a hill. I was waking up, looking for peace in a world that's divided. Gotta hold on tight when you find it. I was turning around, I was waking up. You're pulling me right in, rotate to you again. I'll live the rest of my life by your side. I wanna stay here forever, playing it all like the radio. Don't see how it could be better. All I know is don't let go. Stuck in a head rush about it. We're spinning fast, we're moving slow. I don't know how, but we found it. Something supernatural.
You know, Mommy's not here. You know, she was a woman of few words, but if she was here, she would say a few things to you, Nina. First of all, she would say, you look beautiful. And I'm so happy for you and Chris. and I wish you and Chris have a wonderful life together. You've been a great positive impact on my daughter. You were there for her in some pretty trying moments, and Patty and I used to say, we know that Chris loves her, and that's the most important to me, and I know that if you love someone, it's all going to work out. So Patty would welcome you as a son, just like I am. So a couple of words of wisdom. 32 years of marriage with Patty. A couple things. One, the two of you need to be respectful of each other. You need to be true to yourself, and be who you are, and love each other for who you are. So Nina, your mom and I, we wish you good health and happiness forever.
Nina stepped into her normal role of caretaker and putting her own grief aside so that she could take care of everyone else. And Chris, who most guys, when the going would have gotten tough and maybe would have stepped away or walked away, I saw a Chris that I had never seen before. I saw a guy that stayed in the ring. I saw a guy that used those big, broad shoulders to hold everybody else up. And I saw a guy that loved Nina unconditionally. A wise person once told me, you're stronger together than you are apart. And now we've come full circle. And despite Nina's disastrous double date history, I find myself in the best double date of all time, and it just happens to last a lifetime.
I find it pretty divine that without Chris, I would have never met my wife. And in turn, without me, Chris would have never met his wife. And without Bars and Eugene, they never would have met either of us. And that genuinely, 8 years ago, if Chris wasn't such a loving guy and let me sleep on his couch, we wouldn't be standing here doing this right now. It's just, that's how life is. That, you know, in life we have all these small little decisions we make, and we think they don't matter. You genuinely go, oh, it's just a small decision. But sometimes those small decisions actually equate to the largest and most special things that could ever happen in your life. And Chris, I just want to tell you, man, the small decision to get the opportunity to be your friend on a baseball field in Eugene 13 years ago was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I love you so much, brother. I love you, Nancy. Everybody raise a glass for these two.
I couldn't be happier that my sister has someone like Chris in her life. Like Nina, Chris shows up for the people he loves. He looks out for me and my entire family, and together they make this beautiful, fierce pair.
All this time we had to prove that we could stand here too. All the nights spent pushing through, fight for all we had to lose. Reaching out for something to pull us up to level ground. Oh, I can see it now, I can see it now. We're